Okay, so the first thing I always like to do is just remove the toilet and get it out of here. So be sure to shut off the water before you do any of this. A lot of these old valves and things, they just aren't in good shape. Typically they leak as soon as you go turn them off. So I would recommend shutting the water off before you even address anything, especially if your bathroom's 20 years or older. But what I like to use for a toilet is this Liquilock, Oatey Liquilock. And this basically just solidifies all the water in here so you're not dripping it all over the place. So first, flush the toilet. Okay, so this is like a really old school toilet, so there's like a lot of water in here. So you just take the package and you just dump that material in here, and basically it'll just turn into a gel so that the water doesn't drip all over the place. Sometimes these older toilets, you're going to need a grinder to cut off the bolts because they're probably all corroded and rusted. Okay, so you'll be able to pull that up, and now that since that Liquilock stuff was in here, it's not going to let any water from the tank go into the toilet. So that Liquilock definitely makes it a cleaner process to remove this. Okay, so you want to get this old wax ring off of here. Okay, so then you set this in place. You just need a 1/4 inch gap around the perimeter of the room for expansion and contraction, so don't make it super tight. Definitely want to back butter these larger tiles. Cleanup time is usually about 5 minutes after you spread it, so don't get too far ahead of yourself. Okay, so this is a common problem. We put new tile down, and now I'm a 1/4 inch below the surface of the finished floor. Now, all intents and purposes, you probably could just install a jumbo wax ring and put that on there and be fine. But the proper way to do it would be to put an extension ring and get this flush with the edge of the tile. So what we'll do is make sure this is all cleaned up, and we're gonna put a copious amount of silicone all the way around this flange. So around here. Okay, so that's siliconed in. We'll put our toilet bolts in, the existing bolt here, and then we can just set these into place. So you want to make sure that you're even on the other side for your toilet bolts. So we've got plenty of room there, that's good. And just take some galvanized screws and screw this extension ring into place. Okay, so now that's all nice and even with the tile now. And then we'll put our wax ring. Okay, so you want one with a horn. That's probably best in this situation, using these extension rings. So we just set this in place and then we'll set the toilet on top. So one of the things I really like about American Standard toilets is just instead of using a nut and washer on for the toilet bolts, they use these. These things are great. You can just hand tighten these. Just see how if there's any movement. Okay, so we're good there. Okay, so you put this little wax ring, or not wax ring, but this little gasket on your tank. And this is kind of nice, has a little, it comes with a little plastic handle so that you can put it on the bottom of your bolt. Okay, so just some linesmans. Okay, so for the around the toilet, I think it's the best and it looks the best if you caulk around the edge of the toilet. We're going to be using lattice sill, a matching caulking for our grout. So always leave just like a little bit of area behind the toilet just in case there was a leak and that you have indication of it, but it's really tough to caulk all the way in the back anyways, but just where you can visually see. And clear Windex. So now it'll stay all nice and clean, nothing will get underneath of there. And definitely it looks a lot better, it'll last a lot longer too. So I hope this demonstration has given you a couple of things to help you out with your own project and made it a little bit more efficient for you. If you have any questions about your own specific bathroom, leave a comment below. I'd be more than happy to help. And please like and share this video. That helps get this video out to others. Thanks so much.